just getting to do I like doing the odds and ends jobs. Like when everybody's planting and spraying and stuff like that, I like going and getting the seed. Uh, I like doing that stuff. A lot of people don't like doing it, but you ain't doing the same thing all day. You get to get out, move around, see something different, I guess you could say. I actually met Neil and Lynn through a friend of mine. His dad was actually working out here at the time, and we started here mowing the yards. They had a lot of yards to mow. I was actually doing Crisis job, and I was weed eating and mowing and everything else. Well, every day when me and my buddy got done, we kept going to Lynn and asking if he had anything else to do. Well, for like a month or two, he would always say no or whatnot. He didn't really want us doing anything, I guess, or like getting hurt. I guess he kind of wanted us to prove our point. So every day of after school, we'd come there and mow the yards. And I guess after a while of us just asking, one day, I mean, it wasn't a fun job by any means, but he let us like spray around the shop and help clean out the grain bins. Just trying to prove that we really wanted to work. And I done that probably for a year or so, and then Lynn and Neil, they were actually farming up there at a farm in McCracken County. It's called the Rafferty Farm, and he called me real early one morning and asked me if I'd want to come drive the wagon, the auger wagon. And I was probably 16, probably just got my license at the time, and went up there to the Rafferty Farm, and he showed me how to drive the wagon. And then a couple of the guys that were working here at the time was Charlie and that guy's dad, Chris. He got in there with me, and they all showed me the ins and outs of driving the wagon. And then from there, it progressed on. And then I learned how to do all the other stuff. And then Lynn, he taught me how to drive like a semi and stuff like that, which I've rode with like people before, so I kind of got the gist of it. And all my buddies around here too. I guess one reason I wanted to work out here so bad was farming at the time, and I seen all, like as a kid, you see all the big equipment, the combine, and all the stuff like that, and so you want to be out here and you want to do that stuff.
Yeah.
For our type of
Did you
community.
Did you like tractors as a kid?
As a kid, no. I liked like dirt bikes and four wheelers and stuff like that. That's all I cared about. But once I don't know when I got my first job, actually, but my very first job. I think I was mowing yards for David Dameron in Bandana. And I think he paid me like, like $10 an hour or something like that to mow his yard. And it wasn't a very big yard, it took me like an hour or two maybe to mow it. And he would always pay me like 20 or $40. And I would just use that for like gas on my four-wheeler and my dirt bike, at the time. And then I think when I was like 15 or so, that's when I really wanted to find like a better job, because I was trying to get my license and I wanted to buy a truck and stuff.
Yeah. Did you how did you originally meet Lynn and Neil? Like what was the day? You say you used some other yards, right?
Yep.
How did you originally get connected with that?
Through a friend of mine.
Got it.
His dad was working here, and he was farming here, and they needed somebody to lay down them waterway mats, like grass mats or straw mats, down the waterways. It ain't a fun job by any means. All it is though, you just walk down through there and you put the little metal rod, poke them in the ground. But besides that, it was super easy. And that's how I met Neil. The first day doing that, Neil was helping us, me, Neil, and my buddy Clayton. And we did that just whenever he called for a long, like maybe 6 months or something like that.
Nice. Fun.
Just any little odd and end thing that they needed done.
So how long you been working here now?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'd have to say a good 7 years at least, because no, there's no way. I don't know. I'm 23 now. I've been working here since before I had my driver's license.
Uh-huh. And so you did it for a couple of years, right? But you also left and went and worked somewhere else, right?
Yes. See, once Lynn, he showed me how to drive a semi and stuff, and they have some pretty nice semis for like around here, I guess. Most people around here as farmers, they have like Max, stuff like that. And they actually have, I call them like hooded trucks. Like they have a Peterbilt and a Freightliner.
Uh-huh.
And I started out in that Freightliner, so I fell in love with driving the trucks. And instantly then I wanted to kind of buy my own truck. I've always wanted to make the most money I can. For some reason, I've always stressed over money or like being the most successful I can.
Mm-hmm.
So when he showed me how to do that, and Neil too and Lynn, ever since I started here, they've always, they want everybody here to do good, whether you're just starting out or you've been here for 10 years, 40 years, whatever it may be.
Hi, Logan. Logan, number 401
Alrighty. But they want everybody to do good. And they've always pushed like me kind of, they said they'd never be able to afford to pay me what I'm worth. So they've always wanted me to do something on my own. And Neil, he's pushed a lot of things onto me, like that he thought I would be good at and trying. But a lot of them things I didn't really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was just, it might have been a good thing for me to try even, but it wasn't something that I would enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm.
And once I figured out about the semi and stuff, so I was trying to figure out how to make the money to be able to afford a semi one day maybe. And Lynn, he told me that maybe I should try to apply at the plant down here in town in Wycliffe.
What type of plant is it?
It was like a paper plant. They brought in logs and I can't remember the type of paper they made, but I was in the wood yard driving a big loader, moving logs and wood chips, stuff like that. And but anyways, I went there just to make more money. I didn't go there because Lynn and Neil did something wrong or I was mad. I will say I was kind of burnt out though on farming because I was working all the time. But I love farming though. Don't get me wrong, I didn't. The second I got there, I wanted to come back. The only reason I didn't come back sooner was because I was trying to make everybody happy. I mean, I really wasn't worried about myself, honestly. I was worried about what everybody else wanted for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to make Lynn and Neil happy too, because I think a lot of them, they've helped me out a lot. So I was trying to make them happy. But you see where I came back to. I love it out here because you're always doing something different. And I love driving the trucks. That's what I find fun in doing. I don't really consider that a job. It's more like I guess a toy or something to me.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
So you worked at the plant for how long?
A year and a half.
Okay.
And I was in the wood yard driving like a big 988 loader, moving wood chips, and then they had another big loader that they unloaded logs off of semis and stuff. And I did that for a year and a half, and I made good money. I made, I had insurance and all that good stuff too. So, but I wasn't a big fan of doing the same thing every day. You know what you're doing, and if something breaks, you knew what broke. You know, it was the same thing over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the people there. These guys out here, Lynn, Neil, Zach, Blake, and Homer. And then we got like people that come and help too part time, like little Kenny and his dad, Big Kenny, Ez, and them guys. You cannot find like a better group of people, I guess you would say, to work with or to be friends with, or you could call any of them at 1 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they would be more than gladly to come help you out with whatever it is, or give you some type of advice on whatever it may be.
Hmm.
And they're a fun group of guys.
Yeah.
They make fun of you when you fuck up, or mess up, should I say?
Yeah.
So,
That's cool. And so when did you come back to the farm?
like planting season. So maybe I don't know how many months ago that was, but planting season I came back.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Right before it, and we're harvesting now. So
And so your dream's a drive truck?
yes, I eventually want my own truck. That's my dream to have.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm super close, but I feel like I'm super far away.
Yeah. What type of things do you want to haul with semi? Is anything?
Like liquid nitrogen, stuff like that, fertilizer, grain, rock, mostly stuff like that. I want to stay close to home too. I don't want to go very far.
Mm. Nice. What's your dream semi?
Like a 379 Peterbilt, probably flat top.
Yeah. Best semi ever built, right?
Mm. Don't get me wrong, I like Kenworths too. They're a nice semi.
They're basically the same.
I'm a big
thing
flat
these
top
days,
guy,
yeah.
so if it has a flat top on it and a big hood on it, that's the way to go.
Yeah. Nice.
Or if it's a green and says John Deere on it, that's pretty good too.
A green semi?
No, something green that says John Deere on it, like a tractor or something. I like doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Like even if I do get my own semi eventually, I still want to work here as much as I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else do you like to do for fun?
I like to hunt a lot. So me and my buddies go hunting a lot together, and I got a 4 or 2. We like to ride.
Mm-hmm.
There's a local park here in Carlisle County we go ride at, and there's a lot of creeks around here. Creek riding is very popular. So we do that too.
What's creek riding?
You and your buddies get a 4-wheeler and just find, I guess, a big wide creek and ride through it all day long, or however far you can get, I guess.
Really?
We got a couple popular creeks around here that people go ride.
That's a good idea. That's probably like because you're at the creek, it's not private property, so you can just keep going.
Yeah, a lot of people do throw fits about it because people get up on the creek banks and get out in farmers' fields and stuff like that. So, which that's all understandable.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't want people in my field neither.
Nice.
But
Well, so you ready for harvest to be over?
yeah, I'm super ready. We've been working late this week trying to get it knocked out, but hopefully by the end of this week or the middle of next week we'll be done. I'm hoping. Neil said we only had like 200 acres left total with corn and beans. So
Huh.
I'm hoping we'll be done, and then we'll get back in the shop, clean stuff, work on stuff.
Yeah. What's the first thing you're gonna do when you're done with harvest?
Probably go on vacation somewhere or go hunting somewhere.
Yeah.
But then I guess that's when all the fun's gonna start once we get done with harvest. Just need to spray off the combine and stuff like that before we put it up for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big clean freak, I guess you could say. I don't like stuff to be dirty.
Yeah. Do you haul a lot of grain in the winter?
Yeah. Lynn and Neil, I think they normally start their contracts with their grain and like the granaries around here. And either, I think it's January or uh, February. One of those two.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start hauling real heavy across the river to Mound City and Carroll. Carroll ain't no fun. You have to sit there for hours just trying to dump one load
Huh. Really?
on 2 pits, yeah. Zach and Blake last year, they sat over there one day all day and had to bring back a truck empty. I mean, the truck loaded, should I say, my bad. Sat there all day and had to bring back the truck loaded.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Better make sure you take your lunch when you go over there. But I I love it out here. It's fun.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about farming, other than trucking?
Um, favorite part. Probably just getting to do all the. I like doing the odds and ends jobs, like when everybody's planting and spraying and stuff like that. I like going and getting the seed. Uh, I like doing that stuff. You know, a lot of people don't like doing it, but you ain't doing the same thing all day. You know, you get to get out, move around,
Mm-hmm.
see something different, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Get to go to the local co-op and get all our seed, and mix the chemicals and stuff for the planter, because Neil runs that 2x2 system on his planter. So mix all that. It's fun.
Yeah. What do you want people to know about farming that they might not know? Because you're technically a farmer. And,
It's not just sitting in the AC all day
Yeah.
and sitting in the tractor cab like everybody thinks. There's a lot of working on stuff, getting in and out. Stuff breaks throughout the day. I wish there was more places for people to farm, because I know a lot of my friends and of a lot of other people want to farm, but there ain't many opportunities for stuff like that, or even in like the, I guess, ag side of things. You either got to find like a co-op to work for, or one of these family farms to work for. And to work for one of those family farms, you kind of have to know somebody, or because a lot of times it is scary pulling up at someone's farm, because you know they think you're a salesman or something like that, so you might not come off on the right foot.
Yeah. So you kind of had to like earn your way in with
Yeah,
land,
yeah.
right? Like
It was-
you didn't just say I need a job and they're like you're hired.
Yeah, I didn't. When I came out here, I did not get on the tractor my first day or my second month neither. It took a while, and even when I would ask Lynn to get on the tractor or whatever it may be, once I migrated from just lawn boy to down to the shop, he'd always say no. And he was I'm not saying he's old, but he was older. So I was just trying to make it easier on him, like from climbing in and out of things too, or like with the forklift. But he always would say, "Oh, I get it, I'll get it." But eventually, I would be coming to the shop, and there was a guy there named Homer, an old black guy, and he would have me do those things. And he'd be like, "If Lynn gets mad at you, I tell him I did it." So I would always do that. Well, Lynn, he would eventually show up to the farm while I was doing those things Homer had me doing, and he would see that I was getting it done and not tearing nothing up, and looked like I was wanting to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't just trying to mess stuff up or just wanting to do it to, I guess, be cool or whatever you could say, or go tell your buddies. I was just wanting to learn and be a part of all of it.
And so did you know everything? Like, did you know how to farm when you started?
I still, to this day, have no idea anything about farming. I do a little. Take that with a grain of salt. I do a little, but a lot of that is Neil and his dad, and Blake too. He is a incredible farmer. Blake, I guarantee you, if he got his own tractor and his own planter and all the equipment and his own fields, Blake could go out there and he could figure it out for sure. Because there's more to it than just putting the seed in the planter and just, taking off through the field.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could do that.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
But I know a little. Like, I know how to set the planter and stuff like that. I know what chemicals they're using and stuff like that, but I don't study it real hard. I don't try to find like the best chemical to use at that time or anything like that.
Yeah. Would you ever farm your own acres if you could?
Yeah, I would have. Then I wouldn't have to get a truck to make more money. But I don't know. There ain't much. They don't make any more farm ground, and it just keeps getting more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So you would definitely have to. It would take a lot more, I guess you could say, equity or whatever you want to say to start farming than it would to like buy a truck. 'Cause if you want to start farming, you have to have land. You ain't gonna find no cheap land at all.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, I think there was a farm up the road. It had like 350 acres, and it sold for like something like $1 million or something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you took that, that's only 350 acres, and then you had to go buy a combine and a planter, tractors, and then you got to figure out how you're gonna get it anywhere. So you'd have to buy a semi or pay someone to haul it for you. So it would take a lot more money to get into farming than it would like buying a truck. You could start out a little cheaper with the truck. You don't have to get some nice Peterbilt or Kenworth.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to start out with the nicest farming equipment either, but that 4 or 5 things add up to be more than that one.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I would love to buy farm ground, but every time I look at it, I'm just like, it's almost impossible to start unless you know
there's
someone.
ins and outs of it too. Like, you could also, if you bought you a decent sized farm, you could have someone else farm it for a couple years if you started young, and you could use that money to pay for your farm and stuff like that. But that's just getting you to be a landowner, which that ain't a bad idea neither, is buying land.
Mm-hmm.
Buy as much land as you can. And that would be later on in life, you could keep working and sell it, and you'd have a lot of money. Kind of be like a little trust fund or something, I guess you could say, but
Yeah. I didn't know this whole field was over here.
hey, Neil, that only has 39,320. You can either take it or leave it. But I don't know. I like farming,
Yeah.
but me wanting to do it for myself, yes, I'd like to do that too, but it takes it'd take a lot of money to do that.
Yeah.
I might as well wait for 10 or 12,000, and then I'll go.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Truck is probably the better option.
Yeah.
And then you can just haul for all the guys around here.
Another thing that I think a lot of people don't look at, or they just drive by and don't even think about it, is chicken farming too. I think chickens is a very profitable thing too, along with cows as well. But I think chickens get overlooked a lot of times.
Yeah. Why do you think that?
Because it's so nasty. Not too many people are worried about where it comes from. They're just going to the grocery store and buying it. When you drive by, it just looks like a big building, like them chicken barns right over there, for example. It just looks like a big building, so it gets overlooked. And there's different chicken houses too, which I didn't know this for a long time. There's egg laying houses, and then there's just chicken houses is the one that they grow to a certain age and come and pick them up.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never really thought about chicken farming. We have a lot of hogs in Iowa, and
Yeah.
hogs they smell pretty nasty.
Yeah. When I was younger growing up too, like I'd say probably 10 or maybe 13 or so, there was one hog farmer around here, but nobody around here really messes with hogs anymore. There's one dairy farmer here, like he milks cows. And there's a couple like cattle farms around here too, I guess you could say.
Yeah. It's just easier to grow soybeans and corn here.
Yeah. Row crop farm around here.
Yeah.
Soybeans, corn, and wheat. And a lot of times wheat gets used for like a cover crop, or rye gets used for a cover crop.
Mm-hmm.
And we have like our rye clean. We'll replant it next year.
Really?
Yeah. Same way with like the wheat too. I think we'll keep a little of it, not much,
Interesting. Oh.
just enough I think to cover crop with, you know.
Yeah.
So we ain't having to buy it, or so like Neil ain't having to buy it, should I say?
Yeah. Do most people cover crop around here?
Yeah.
I feel like most fields I've driven by this past week have been pretty green. Nice. Well, I think that's probably enough talking.
Yeah. I didn't know what to say anyway, so
That was great. That's all we needed. You can come on another time too when you have something to talk about.
maybe with more people.
Yeah.
So I ain't the only one talking. I get scared.
Yeah, I'll have Neil interview you next time. Neil can make better conversation than I can.
Like, we all three can be on there. Maybe get Zach and Blake to be on there.
Yeah.
Need to get Lynn on there. Lynn and Neil, so you need.
Yeah. Well, he was telling me some stories earlier when I had the camera in there, and that was fun. We need to get Homer on there.
Yeah.
Neil was telling me all the stories that Homer would tell him. Man, turn that into an entire TV show.
Yeah. it would. If you get Homer and Lynn in the same room, that'd be a good time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Sorry if you hear the radio. Oh well, it's no problem for us. Like and subscribe. Share it with your friends.